Okay.
All right. This week, it's kind of a shorter topic, but pretty important. It's gardening season. So we are going to talk about some basic chemistry of the garden. I have a hydroponic system here that I talk about in another video. But today we're going to focus on the water part of it and the chemistry behind it. So there's a couple of things that you need. The first thing is I have a pH meter here. You can also use pH strips. You often use those in a chemistry lab. And then we've also got some pH solution for buffering it to an acid or a base. So pH is a scale, and it measures acidity. So 7 is neutral, and it goes from 0 to 14. So you got 0 on one side, 14 on the other. So right in the middle is neutral water, that's 7. If you go a little down to like 6, that's a little acidic. And if you go up to 8, that goes up to base. So it's like a spectrum that way. And most plants prefer their water to be just a little acidic. We're talking about 6.5 to 6.8, just a little acidic. And the reason plants prefer that is plants need water and sunlight to grow, most of us know that, but they also need fertilizer. And fertilizer has a lot of minerals in it. And those minerals are easier for the plant to pull up and use at those pH values of about 6.5 to 6.8 for most plants. So they can make better use of the fertilizer. If the pH is way off, you'll waste, could be up to 80% of your fertilizer. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at what I've got over here. If you're curious about the hydroponic system, that's on another video. So this is the water tank on here, and this is what we're working with. So on my pH meter here, this one's already calibrated. When you first order these, they are. They also have instructions in them to calibrate if you mess them up, and that can happen. So I'm going to stick this down in here and get a pH reading. It takes a little bit. As you can see here, this already has some fertilizer in it. It's been sitting outside. And it's got a pH of about 1, which is really acidic. And I've not planted plants in this system yet, which is good, because pH of 1 would kill them. So, if you'll look, to lower the pH makes it more acidic. It's already at a 1, so that's very acidic. Or I can raise the pH. Notice the arrow's going up, and that makes it more basic. So if I'm at a 1 and I need to be at about 6.8, I'm going up. So I'm getting more basic. All right. Now, this stuff is pretty concentrated. So as you do this, you just want to add a little bit at a time, just a couple drops. And then check your pH again. So I went ahead and filled this up with water now, along with the fertilizer that I added. And I'm going to continue adding my buffer solution now. I'm still getting a pH of a little above 1. It's about 1.8 now. Add some more here. And test this and see where we're at now. All right. So I'm getting a reading of about 6.7. And I did this earlier. This is a pH tester for swimming pool. And I like to double check because digital meters mess up from time to time and need to be calibrated. So I like to check on these too. And I'll go ahead and show that here real quick. This is a chemical called phenol red. I'll write about 3 drops of that. Go ahead and cap this. Give it a stir. And as you can see, it's reading about 6.8. Maybe a little lower, about a 6.6, 6.7 based on this scale. But that's pretty good.